Fitness trackers reveal links between exercise, memory, and mental health. Fitness trackers reveal links between exercise, memory, and mental health. You're listening to NeuroScience News Reading, presented by Hakeem Ali-Bocas Alexander for World Reading Club in association with UniquilibriuM on the Wisdom app. Today's reading focus is from NeuroScienceNews.com and is titled Fitness Trackers Reveal Links Between Exercise, Memory, and Mental Health under the categories of Featured, Neuroscience, Open Neuroscience Articles, Psychology from September 15th, 2022. Summary. Specific intensities of exercise over a long period of time are associated with different aspects of memory and mental health. Source: Dartmouth College. Exercise can improve your cognitive and mental health, but not all forms and intensities of exercise affect the brain equally. The effects of exercise are much more nuanced, as specific intensities of exercise over a long period of time are associated with different aspects of memory and mental health, according to a new Dartmouth study. The findings are published in scientific reports and provide insight into how exercise could be optimized. Mental health and memory are central to nearly everything we do in our everyday lives, says lead author Jeremy Manning, an assistant professor of psychological and brain sciences at Dartmouth. Our study is trying to build a foundation for understanding how different intensities of physical exercise affect different aspects of mental and cognitive health. The researchers asked 113 Fitbit users to perform a series of memory tests, answer some questions about their mental health, and share their fitness data from the previous year. They expected that more active individuals would have better memory performance and mental health, but the results were more nuanced. People who tended to exercise at low intensities performed better at some memory tasks, while those who exercised at a high intensities did better on other memory tasks. That was in the context. It should read, some memory tasks, while those who exercised at high intensities did better on other memory tasks. They added an extra A in there. Participants who were more intensely active also reported higher stress levels, whereas people who regularly exercised at lower intensities showed lower rates of anxiety and depression. Prior research has often focused on the effects of exercise on memory over a relatively short time frame, over several days or weeks, but Dartmouth researchers wanted to examine the effects over a much longer time scale. You're listening to NeuroScience News Reading, presented by Hakeem Ali-Bocas Alexander on the Wisdom app for World Reading Club in association with UniquilibriuM. This article is called Fitness Trackers Reveal Links Between Exercise, Memory, and Mental Health on NeuroScienceNews.com. NeuroScience News continues. The data included daily step counts, average heart rates, how much time was spent exercising in different heart rate zones, as defined by Fitbit, rest, out of range, fat burn, cardio, or peak, and other information collected over a full calendar year. Participants in the study were recruited online from Amazon's Mechanical Turk, a crowdsourced workforce. The 4 types of memory tasks used in the study were designed to probe different aspects of participants' abilities over different timescales. 2 sets of tasks were aimed at testing episodic memory, the same type of memory used to remember autobiographical events like what you did yesterday. Another set of tasks was designed to test spatial memory, the same type of memory used to remember locations, like where you parked your car. The last set of tasks tested associative memory, the ability to remember connections between concepts or other memories. Participants who had been more active over the prior year tended to show better memory performance overall, but the specific areas of improvement depended on which types of activity people did. The researchers found that participants who often exercised at moderate intensities tended to perform better on the episodic memory tasks, while participants who often exercised at high intensities did better on the spatial memory tasks. Sedentary participants who seldom exercised tended to perform worse on the spatial memory tasks. Fitness trackers reveal the links between exercise, memory, and mental health. NeuroScience News continues. The researchers also identified connections between participants' mental health and their memory performance. Participants with self-reported anxiety or depression tended to perform better on the spatial and associative memory tasks, while those with self-reported bipolar disorder tended to perform better on the episodic memory tasks. Participants who reported higher levels of stress tended to perform worse on the associative memory tasks. The team has made all of their data and code freely available on GitHub to anyone who wants to explore or better understand the data set. When it comes to physical activity, memory, and mental health, there's a really complicated dynamic at play that cannot be summarized in single sentences like, walking improves your memory, or stress hurts your memory, says Manning. Instead, specific forms of physical activity and specific aspects of mental health seem to affect each aspect of memory differently. With additional research, the team says that their findings could have some exciting applications. For example, Manning says, to help students prepare for an exam or reduce their depression symptoms, specific exercise regimens could be designed to help improve their cognitive performance and mental health. NeuroScience News suggests you see also sleep problems can lead to teen depression under the categories of featured, neuroscience, and psychology. About this neuroscience research news. Author, Amy Olson. Source, Dartmouth College. Contact, Amy Olson, Dartmouth College. If you're reading this article on neurosciencenews.com, the image is in the public domain. Original research, open access. Fitness tracking reveals task-specific associations between memory, mental health, and physical activity by Jerry Manning and others. Scientific reports. All right. I've got it. Now, this is from earlier. Thank you for answering. Question means a lot. I'm proud of how far you've come in your journey. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, that was a message completely unrelated. I said unrelated to neuroscience news reading. All right, neuroscience news continues with an abstract from Fitness Tracking Reveals Task-Specific Associations Between Memory, Mental Health, and Physical Activity. Physical activity can benefit both physical and mental well-being. Different forms of exercise, for example, aerobic versus anaerobic, running versus walking, swimming or yoga, high intensity interval training versus endurance workouts, etc., impact physical fitness in different ways. For example, running may substantially impact leg and heart strength, but only moderately impact arm strength. We hypothesized that the mental benefits of physical activity might be similarly differentiated. We focused specifically on how different intensities of physical activity might relate to different aspects of memory and mental health. Pause. Did I say similarly? Did I say that correctly? Read that correctly? Similarly. What an interesting word. It's as if I've never seen it before. Neuroscience News continues. To test our hypothesis, we collected, in aggregate, roughly a century's worth of fitness data. We then asked participants to fill out surveys asking them to self-report on different aspects of their mental health. We also asked participants to engage in a battery of memory tasks that tested their short and long-term episodic, semantic, and spatial memory performance. We found that participants with similar physical activity habits and fitness profiles tended to also exhibit similar mental health and task performance profiles. These effects were task-specific in that different physical activity patterns or fitness characteristics varied with different aspects of memory on different tasks. Taken together, these findings provide foundational work for designing physical activity interventions that target specific components of cognitive performance and mental health by leveraging low-cost fitness tracking devices. One more time. Taken together, these findings provide foundational work for designing physical activity interventions that target specific components of cognitive performance and mental health by leveraging low-cost fitness tracking devices. Interesting. Neuroscience News asks you to join our newsletter. Sign up to receive our recent neuroscience headlines and summaries sent to your email once a day, totally free. We hate spam and only use your email to contact you about newsletters. You can cancel your subscription at any time. Neuroscience News posts science research news from labs, universities, hospitals, and news departments around the world. Science articles can cover neuroscience, psychology, AI, robotics, neurology, brain cancer, mental health, machine learning, autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, brain research, depression, and other topics related to cognitive sciences. You've been listening to NeuroScience News Reading, presented by Hakeem Ali-Bocas Alexander for World Reading Club, in association with UniquilibriuM on the Wisdom app. All right. Oh, hi ho, hi ho. All right, look, Cecilia Grace, Astral Shaman, that's a cool name. Abigail Barton, Carletta Carey, with Anthony Ray, Graciela Moore, Reverend Marcianne Cheek, Ella Richards, Scott Dixon, Adrian Pascal Yobi Bloomberg, John Bush, Sadie Day, Ray Davis, Greg's Take, Lori Hoover, Karma 8 Kitty, Adam Repley, Health Freak Barbie's topic of the day. Interesting. Rob Rossi, Dr. Robert James Goodman, and Sarah Del Valle. All right, so, oh yeah,